Hey guys, so got home last night, had a R980 on the front porch. Yep, got me a new R980 receiver, and I'm going to show you guys this little jewel, and we're going to talk about it a little bit. So, that's kind of difficult with coffee in your hand, just saying. I had to make myself some frou-frou coffee this morning. So yeah, trying to do everything here at once. Without spilling my coffee. It's kind of a challenge. Okay, so let's open this puppy up. What do you say? And my knife is still as dull as it ever was. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Woohoo! Ain't she pretty? Charger and power cable, extension, receiver with the pretty shower cap on. We have the configuration cable. We have a download cable that I never ever use. Here's our radio antenna. And this radio antenna is different than the radio antennas in the past. So, this one's a little bit bigger and bolder. I guess that's because that thing's kind of stiff. So, there is supposed to be, this is supposed to be a 450 and a 900 megahertz radio on this thing. And they still have the same BS configuration for the radio. I do not like that. It looks the same. I can't tell. It might be a little bit different, but it looks the same to me. So the thing you have to be careful of with these receivers is when you put these antennas in, most of you surveyors have a gorilla grip. I've never been able to understand. When you tighten these up, they're just, you tighten them up to make them secure. You don't tighten them up so a hurricane doesn't come through and blow it off. You tighten it up so that it doesn't come off. But that doesn't mean you need to like put vice grips on it to get it on and off. When you over tighten these antennas and you go to take them out, if you're not careful, they're soldered up in the board, and when you twist them out, you will twist the whole thing out, like the guts and everything. Don't do that. But anyways, that's a crazy little antenna, isn't it? Okay, so still got the same spot up here at the top for the SIM card, right above the battery, up there. Spot for the SIM card. So this is supposed to have 4G modem in it, so I'm sure we will test that out and see how that works. Quick release, propaganda, typical battery configuration. These new cases do have, you can actually take this foam out of this thing and put a TSC7 in here, by the way. So instead of those, they were selling those monster cases to go with the, that you could get that would hold a receiver and a TSC7. They were great big old cases. This one is a normal size case. It's not the small one, it is a normal size case like we used to get all the time with 2 receivers in it. But you can take this foam out and you put a TSC7 in here or a TSC5 or whatever you want to put in here. So the case has got the spot for the battery charger. It has a spot for your extra battery and chargers for your TSC7. It's got a spot for that. I really don't see a spot for your cables, so I don't know what the plan was there. Unless there's a hidden compartment somewhere that I don't see. But yeah, didn't think about that, I guess. There's a spot for a couple of batteries right there. So They gave you the chargers, they just don't give you a place to put the cables. I don't know. So, okay, so here's some interesting information for you. So, this receiver is $9,000. Basin rover mode is a configuration. This is a toaster. You have to have a configuration to make this work, okay? So, $9,000 with the radio, $8,000 without a radio. Remember, it's got a spot for a SIM card in it, so you can use this cellular. So, you have a configuration that goes with these things, right? So it's a toaster without this configuration. So for $23,000 on top of the $9,000, you can make this a Basin Rover, and it's yours to take home and do with as you wish. Well, there's also a subscription version of this, which is kind of interesting, I think, because if you look at it, it's just under $6 grand. It's like $5,900 something subscription for this receiver. Now, I'm not big on subscriptions, right? Autodesk has kind of burned us on that, and it's really left a bad taste in my mouth. So, but this is kind of interesting. So you can buy this receiver for $9,000. Now then, there's different configurations for this receiver. One of the configuration is that subscription I'm talking about. So for $5,900 and something bucks a year, you can have a subscription to use this as a Basin Rover. I think for Rover only is $600 less, if I remember right, okay? So what does that translate to? How does that work? Well, you can buy a Trimble R980i. That's all the 980 is, in my opinion. It's just a newer R12i. You can buy this R980. Basically, you buy it for $9,000, and we're going to say $500 a month is what it's going to cost you to operate this. That's Basin Rover mode. What did I come up with? $493 a month is what that breaks down to. So that's kind of interesting. You can actually get into this receiver some different ways. $9,000, you can do Rover only, base only. There's some different configurations you can do, but you pay $9,000 for the receiver, and then you do a configuration. So that's kind of interesting, isn't it? Because I could get into a Trimble receiver for, I'm going to say $6,000 a year. I don't know. I guess it's doable. It's interesting to think about. You know, in the long run, it's going to cost you more money, right? Because $23,000 would be what this that upgrade would be. You know, plus the $700 for this charger right here, right? So $700 for that, $23,000 for the upgrade, $9,000 for the receiver, or buy the receiver for $9,000, $700 for the charger, and basically $500 a month for the receiver. Interesting concept. Let's say that, and I asked this question, and if I understand correctly, and I'm not sure I do, but we're going to say this works this way. How's that? So my understanding is you could pay $9,000 for the receiver. You could rent subscription for a year, and then at the end of that, if you wanted to, you could turn around and pay the $23,000, and now you've got perpetual license to the receiver. You can use it from now on. So things I don't really know, you know, the yearly warranty on it, is that included in the subscription? You'd think so, that would include the, I don't remember what it is, $600 or whatever, whatever the price is, the maintenance on it every year. So interesting, isn't it? It's an interesting thought, interesting concept. But anyways, I just wanted to show you guys this receiver. I gotta get busy. I got all kinds of stuff I need to go do. But this is the new R980. Just wanted to show you guys what the new receiver looked like. So, and kind of explain to you what's in the box, which, you know, most of you know, it's the same stuff that was in the box for the R12, right? So anyways, I hope this helps you. If you got any questions, just hit me up. This is all kind of new, this whole subscription thing, but I thought it was worth talking about. So as always, guys, like and subscribe. Love you guys, and I will see you guys in the next video. Appreciate you watching.